America, sometimes it's best to remember history and when revolutions actually occur. We have been making kings cry our entire existence. And history does in fact repeat itself. In 1775, the tyrant king of England, Georgie Porgy himself, decides that he's going to break the will of the colonists by taking all of our guns and munitions. He takes his soldiers, some by land, some by sea, and he marches them in their red coat wearing Make Britain Great Again uniforms out to the fields of Lexington and Concord, Massachusetts, where we were holding our guns. The shot heard around the world that's referred to in your history books as the farmers beat the tyrant king all the way back to the harbor, embarrassing him and humiliating him as he had the world's strongest army. What did he do? He then decides he's going to get all of his troops together, even his Marines, and he's going to attack one more time and take the hill in Boston, specifically in Charlestown, Massachusetts, referred to as the Battle of Bunker Hill. And one more time, behind the guys like Sam Adams, Paul Revere, John Adams, we weren't having it. We do not bend the knee to the king. As the soldiers marched on to Breed's Hill in Charlestown, Massachusetts, they once again sustained an ass-kicking. And here's where history repeats itself. The American colonists lost the Battle of Bunker Hill, but they inflicted so many casualties on the English, 3 times as many, that the king knew he had a fight on his hand. And it is important that the king knows he has a fight on his hand, because from that moment forward is what galvanized the American colonists into one unit. Washington comes on the scene, and he puts all of us together, and he puts us in line to the Continental Army. We lost the Battle of Bunker Hill, and it is important because we lost the election in 2024, but history repeats itself. You fast forward 2 years, just 2 years, as the American colonists got together, and that's when the Battle of Saratoga happens. The Battle of Saratoga in upstate New York was the turning point of the Revolutionary War, as the American soldiers stood up one more time to the King of England and beat him to a pulp. It was the first time in the Revolutionary War that we won a convincing victory, and we even had 6,000 British soldiers surrender to us, and the world took notice. That is when the world recognized that the American patriot was going to stand up, and France stepped in and backed us. And it is important to remember that it was just 2 years from when we lost to when we won, and we marched all the way forward, kicking the English out of this country and telling the king, we don't bow to anyone. If you ever get down on yourself and you forget what it means to be American, it means to stand up. It means to stand up and tell the truth. You don't get to live in the land of the free without being brave. I hope you learned something. I'm always rooting for you, America.